I've got a new climbing project, and if I manage to do it, it could be the hardest thing I've ever done. 6 months ago, I did a lattice assessment to find out what my weaknesses were, and it came back that finger strength was one of my weaknesses. Not so much of a surprise to me, but it was something to work on. Since then, I've been doing a number of different protocols to try and improve finger strength. Some of the training exercises I've been doing, I didn't actually see the connection between those and finger strength. But this afternoon, we're going to go back to lattice and we're going to see how effective that training has been. But first, let me show you a couple of the exercises that I have been doing. The first training exercise I have been doing simply is a fingerboarding exercise, weighted hangs at a specific duration with a specific rest time. For this one, I'm going to use added weight to increase the intensity. I've got 10-second hangs with a 3-minute rest, and I'm doing 4 sets of that. When I started this exercise on the training program and it got integrated into it, I was only doing body weight on this grip and this grip. If I added any weight, then the intensity felt too hard for the amount of time I was on. In my first training cycle, so my first block of 12 weeks, I was only doing 4 fingers. And then I went to Patagonia. If you haven't checked out that video, then you need to check out Patagonia video where we go alpine climbing. So I went there for 5 weeks. The next training cycle, then I started going into the isolating the fingers, and that's where I kind of went back to body weight. Yeah, it's interesting to see that we've made improvements here, but we're going to see if I've made real improvements in the test later. But I don't know, I'm feeling strong today, so I'm thinking maybe I can like step it up a level. So I've just done the warm-up sets. It felt good on nothing, felt good on 10, felt good on 15, which is what I did last session. And now I'm just gonna whack another 5. I'm gonna go to 20. Got countdown timer counting me in, and then I'm gonna do a 10-second hang. And they should be getting on to max. I mean, that actually still felt all right. Pretty happy with that. I've not done 20 before, so. With the fingerboarding, we have 3 minutes rest now. The interesting thing I've found about this training has been actually the amount of fingerboarding that I've actually been doing. So the amount of hang time is really not that much compared to the amount of hang time I've done in the past on my own personal regime, which has been, I must admit, a little bit all over the place. The quality of it seems much better, and you're not putting in those junk miles, and that's something I've definitely realised by following this plan and doing these hangs. I got on a little bit late, so I had to make sure I did the extra couple of seconds.
Have you noticed any difference in your climbing?
Yeah, so I would say I've definitely noticed a difference within my climbing, and especially on the board. So like on a kilt board or a moon board or just a general like wooden hold. I just feel like I've got stronger, basically. I definitely feel like I'm better at catching the position. Sometimes I'll grab a hold and I'm like, oh, I'm still on. Whereas before, I know I definitely would have come off in that position. I'm going to be really interested to see later if that grip type has actually improved, and whether by just doing that grip type has improved both the open hand and the crimp. It's going to be interesting. Okay. Last set, set number 4. Go big, 10 seconds, all out. Good. That's it. That's like a set of fingerboarding. So that was all the front 3 grip. If I was to do the full 8 reps, then I would also do the back 3 in it. So I would do exactly the same thing, but with the back 3, 10-second hang, 3-minute rest. So obviously hangboarding and fingerboarding is the obvious way to improve your finger strength. One thing which I have found to be a little bit more surprising is the work that I've been doing on my shoulders. And these haven't been like really hardcore shoulder exercises, but more feels like it's working the inner, more intricate muscles of the shoulder. And that is something I've definitely never really done before in my climbing. I feel better on the fingerboard and on the wall having done these shoulder exercises. So I'm going to show a few of them now. So the first one is shoulder engagement, and how I always do it is starting off just at body weight and then just moving up through the weights like 5, 10, 15, 20 kilos. And it's really, really simple. Hanging off one arm and then completely straight and then engaging So you're not pulling all the way up, but just engaging into that position. And I've been doing eight reps and then 1 minute rest and then 8 reps, and doing that 3 times on each side. So I have done my warm-up sets, and now I'm just going to do my 3 sets of 8 shrugs with 20 kilos with 1 minute rest in between each one. I guess like from that hanging position is the first part of a one armor. I haven't actually tried doing a one armor, and I haven't been doing any one armor training. But I don't know, it could feel like I might be able to do one, just having done so many shoulder shrugs. So it'd be interesting to see if the shoulder shrugs have meant that I can do a one armor without even doing any one armor training. That would be something. Oh, I would say that's not bad actually. I'm pretty psyched with that actually. Yeah, so the other shoulder exercise I've been doing have been a slightly lower weighted exercise, and they've been doing things on the floor. So if we go back over here and we can check out the floor exercises. I'm not entirely sure what they're called, but it's shoulder rotations from the back and over to the front whilst you're lying on the floor. I think when I started this exercise, I was using 6 kilos, so pretty light. And then I think I got up to maybe like 12, 13 kilos. So this is an exercise which has gone out of my program now. But I still do a few of them. Not all the time, not as much as the shoulder shrugs, but I still do a few of them because I just thought they were really good and I really like them. It's really simple. It's just essentially that, and then that. And again, I usually do 6 to 8 reps. So the final shoulder strengthening exercise, which I'm going to show you, is something, another exercise which I've really enjoyed doing and I feel like has been really beneficial. But again, it's kind of come out my program, but I've still carried on doing it. It's this shoulder rotation, literally just doing this, rotating up. The difference that I've been doing with that one compared to the other ones, this one has been higher rep and lower weight. So the other ones have always been like a harder exercise up to 8 reps. This has been a higher weight and up to 20 reps. So more an endurance exercise. Okay, so I've shown a few of my exercises which I think have benefited my finger strength, but now we're going to head over to lattice training to see if I have actually got stronger fingers in the last 6 months. So first of all, we're going to take my weight. 70.4. I'd like to see what I was last time actually.
You've lost a kilo.
1 kilo. I was 71.4 last time.
I think it's the trousers.
We're doing the 2-armed hang test. So that's where we put a maximum amount of weight on, hang by 2 arms off the lattice 20mm edge. See how much weight we can hang, not how long we can hang.
Yeah,
25, 30, 40.
4, 5, 6, 7.
The thing is, it always feels easy at these weights, and then suddenly it kicks in. It's like you get to 50 kilos and you're like, yeah, that feels all right. I could definitely put another 10 on there. And then you put another 10 on, you're like, not even a chance. And it's actually only a very small amount. I remember this from last time. I was like, yeah, 50, not too bad. And then it's like, yeah, get 55 on, and then I couldn't do it.
5, 6, 7.
Didn't feel too much harder than the one I did at 40, which is good. 50, I feel like that should feel fine, but I remember last time 50 felt fine. But we'll see. Well, I was pitching for 55. I got 53 last time. Cam was pitching for 60. So we should go with the man at lattice. I should really be pitching for 60.
Gotta be ambitious to achieve stuff. 4, 5, 6, 7. Easy.
Yeah, then I could start to feel it a little bit. So that was coming in with the slight like, ooh, I'm having to try now. So I think we're going to go up in 2.5 increments. 52.5 plus the pin, 53. So this is where I literally dropped off on the mark on 7 seconds.
5, 6, 7. Easy.
Even if I didn't do more weight, the control on that was way better. Oh, I'm happy already.
You look like you had about another 3 or 4 seconds.
Yeah, maybe about another 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good, right, let's get another 3 minutes on the clock. Let's
60
crack some more
kgs
weight on. Anybody who tried to beat me last time, then I hope you've been fingerboarding, because you've got some
Got some higher scores to beat. They're not very high, but they're higher.
Yeah.
Go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was close, but not quite, was it? That was like 6.5, wasn't it?
Okay, so we got 6.5 on that. It wasn't quite 7 seconds, but I'm really psyched with the score that I got. Because we've got some more testing to do, I don't want to time myself out too much. So we're going to leave it at that. We're going to move on to the next test. And yeah, I'm happy with those improvements that we've made. Okay, so the next on the protocol is max finger strength in 3 different grip types. So that's open hand, half crimp, and full crimp. This one is going to be very interesting, I think, because I've only actually been training in half crimp. So it's going to be really interesting to see, well, one, whether that has improved, which I'm definitely hoping it has, because that was my worst grip type. And then 2, has just doing half crimp made any effect to open hand and full crimp when I've absolutely not trained those in the last 6 months?
10 seconds, maximal effort.
Yeah.
And then you're going to rest a minute, and then we're going to do the left side.
Yeah.
Do that 2 more times. Go! Come on, Pete. Come on. Come on. That's it. That's it. Come on. Rip it off. 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 Come on. 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 That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Well done. Come on, Pete. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. That's it. Rip it off. Rip it off. Come on. 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 Yeah. 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 Nice. Good effort.
Well, that was a lot of fade on that one. I felt like I started off quite strong. That just went right down.
That's it. Come on. 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 Oh, beast. Beast. Go, come on, Pete, come on, come on, that's it, come on, that's it, come on, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling, come on, very good, come on, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, that's it.
I know there's so much more to gain with my finger strength. I feel like I'm getting stronger, but then I just see how strong other people are in their fingers, and I'm like, oh man, like if I can get just 5 or 10% of that, it's gonna really translate into my climbing, I think. So that is all the tests. We've done the double arm hang with added weight. We have done the half crimp, the open hand, and the full crimp on both right and left. So now we're going to find out the results, see if I've got any stronger. Right, let's take a look at the results and see where I've improved, where I haven't improved, where I can improve.
So we'll start with half crimp. So that's the first test.
Half crimp.
So we'll start with peak force, and peak force is the highest number that you've generated in the contraction.
Okay.
So this test, you got 87.7% body weight on your left hand. If we look at the peak force, we see an increase, which is good by 1.7%, and that equates to 61 kg on your left. Yeah, so you've maintained strength on your left hand.
Okay. Good.
But the change has come from the change in body weight. To maintain your left hand's good, because actually the weaker area for your half crimp was your right hand.
Yeah.
So which we're coming on to now. So your peak force on your right hand was 82% or 81.9% if we want to be specific. And then we've now seen an increase to 88.5% body weight.
Oh, so that's really high.
Really high, and that works out to an increase from 58 kg to 62.
Oh yeah, that's a big increase.
4 kg on one arm.
Yeah, 4 kg on one arm.
And what's nice to see is there's a
good
1% difference between your 2 hands, which is really well balanced.
Yeah, so I've gone way up in the right.
Yeah, you're 88.5% body weight on your right, and you're 87.7% on your left.
So I've made massive gains on the right and leveled them out.
Yeah.
So that's really good.
That's really good.
That's really good. Okay,
and
cool.
This now gives you a really good base to build from.
Yeah.
And you can now look at increasing them at the same rate.
Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, I'm psyched with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really psyched with that.
Your open grip position. So this is open hand. Again, the right hand, which is really good. The peak force has increased by 7%.
Yeah.
So you've gone from 87.2% body weight to 94.8%.
Ooh, 94. That's close to being able to hold body weight.
Yeah,
on the right
that's
arm.
really close to being able to hold body weight.
That's a big jump.
And what's going to be interesting in a second is if we keep on the theme of talking about peak force and we go to your full crimp, you'll now see that you're actually stronger in your open position on your right hand compared to your full crimp.
Really?
Yeah, so your peak force on the right hand in the full crimp is 92.7% body weight.
Okay, so now I've actually got stronger in open hand than crimp.
Full crimp, yeah.
Then full crimp, yeah.
Yeah. If we were to look back on your previous test for your right hand full crimp, you were 91.2% body weight for peak force. So you've actually increased your full crimp value.
Sorry.
So for your left hand, we've seen a similar trend where you've increased from 94.4% body weight to 95.8% body weight. So it shows that even though you've been training in a different grip position, you've still been able to maintain your peak force.
Yeah, so that's good.
Yeah, it's really
That's very good, because I thought the crimp might go down slightly.
Yeah. So you can now have the confidence going forward that you don't have to train the full crimp regularly.
Yeah.
It can maintain itself naturally by training other grip positions.
I'm taking positives from this. This is positive. I'd say it's positive.
I'd say positive, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the biggest takeaways are with the half crimp especially, because that's the one we probably want to look at the most if we're looking at the training gains, because that's what you've been training. We've seen, okay, your left hand's not increased drastically, but your right hand's caught it up now, and you're now balanced across the profile, where originally you had quite a big difference between the two arms.
Yeah.
And then your full crimp's maintained, which is fantastic because you've not trained it, and then your open crimp has naturally increased with your half crimp training.
Yeah.
So it shows that training one grip position can be beneficial.
Yeah. Just training one grip
Yeah.
can improve the others. Oh, so I'm actually pretty happy with that. I think overall it looked like, yeah, maybe my left hand had decreased a little bit, but mainly it had maintained at the same level of where it was. But my right hand had massively improved, like significantly, by 4 kilos in some respect, and caught up with my left hand. So that's obviously like a really good base to now work on for the next phase. And also what I found really interesting is the fact that I've only been training one grip position, and in terms of fingerboarding, I actually feel like I've done less fingerboarding than I potentially have in the past, yet I've still made those gains, and I think that's through structure, those number of different exercises that I've been doing, and the fingerboard protocol that I've been using. So I definitely don't think you saw me suffering quite enough in that video, but if you want to see me suffering hard, then you need to check out the original lattice test that I did. So make sure to click the lattice video, which is just here, and also subscribe so you can see how I get on with the project.